Hello, children. Hi, it's Rector John here. Lovely to be able to do this worship for you. So I hope you're okay. Maybe you're watching this at home or at school, I don't know. But here we are. I'm going to share my screen. This is worship, and it's on the subject of trust. And trust is something that is very important. This week is Christian Unity Week. That's quite hard to understand, but what it means is it's a week when we say thank you because of the way that Christians are able to love and trust each other because they love and trust God. Being able to trust and being someone who others can trust is important. To develop trust in any group of people is very important. We need it to build good relationships. We need to be able to trust people at school. We need to be able to trust people at home. And we need to be able to trust our friends. So I suppose the first question is, well, what is trust? Well, trust is when we know that people won't let us down. Trust is when we know that people will help us. Trust is when we know that people will tell us the truth. I thought to help us understand a little bit more about trust, we could watch a clip from the film Finding Nemo. I don't know if you've seen the film Finding Nemo, but it's about a clownfish called Marlin. And Marlin's son, Nemo, gets taken away by some divers. And Marlin sets out to look for his son. And he makes friends with a blue tangfish named Dory along the way. The trouble is, Dory finds it hard to remember things. So shall we watch the clip?
All right, Dory, let's go over this one more time. We know your memory's not the best.
Yep, can't remember diddly.
I know.
Can't remember squat.
That's right.
Diddly squat.
Diddly squat. Now, up, Dory, over here. Now listen to me. We need to ask for directions.
Directions.
But you gotta be low-key.
Low-key.
Because fish in this part of the reef, very skittish.
Skittish.
All right? You got that?
Uh-huh.
You're sure?
Yeah.
You don't remember a word, do you?
Nope, nothing in my noggin.
Okay. Here's a brand new idea. You stay right here, swim in a little circle, forget to yourself. I'll be right back. I'm gonna ask for directions. Must keep thinking happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts. Excuse me. Whoa. My friend and I need to get to the East Australian Current.
Ah, sure, the EAC. It's in that direction. What you want to do is follow the...
There's another one. There's one. Boom. Ah, that's so much fun. Boom. They just woo. Oh, oh. I'm sorry. Did you want to turn?
Could a bigger fish swallow me? I will voluntarily go on a hook.
Whoa! Hey! Was it something I said?
Well, I hope you enjoyed that. I know I did. So let's think. Is Dory someone who can be trusted? Could we trust Dory? How do we know if somebody can be trusted? And maybe just as important is, how do other people know if they can trust us? Well, I've come up with a way of remembering and trying to work it out. It all depends if we can pass the trust car test. So there's a trust car. I bet you're wondering what it's all about. Well, to know if we can trust someone, we need to ask, is the person caring? A person who cares about us is much less likely to let us down. And you'll know people who care for you at home and at school. There are some people who just really want to care about themselves. But we don't want to be like that. I'm sure you know people who are caring, and you can tell when people are caring by the things that they do and the things that they say. Can you think of some caring things that people say to you or you can say to them? So that's the first thing to see whether someone is passing the trust car test. The second one is the person able? That's the A in car. Because I know it's no good trusting a 2-year-old to keep a 1-year-old safe because they're not able to do it. Here in the rectory where I am today, we have some log fires, and I wouldn't ask my young grandchild to put a log on the fire because, well, they're not able to do it. They're not strong enough, and it wouldn't be safe. If we know someone who's a bit of a blabbermouth, well, it's probably not best to trust them with your secrets. Is a person able? Are they able to be trusted? Are they caring, able? And the last one, well, it starts with R, and that makes the word car. Is the person reliable? So there's our last word. And we can only tell if someone is reliable when we get to know them properly. When we get to know people, or they get to know us, well, we'll know whether or not they tell the truth all the time, because that's reliable. Whether they keep their promises and do what they say they're going to do. Sometimes we can say we're going to do one thing, but then do another. If that's the case, well, that's not being too reliable. So we want people to know that they can trust us. We need to be like the trust car. We need to be caring and able and reliable. And if we want to know if we can trust someone, well, we need to check that they are like the trust car as well. But remember this, nobody's perfect. We all let other people down occasionally, So it's important to keep on doing our best, to be caring, to use our abilities for others, and to show that we are reliable. The really good news is that we can trust God no matter what. Just as we trust God for providing the food that we eat, we trust God for the way that a new day comes every morning. We can trust God because He created us and He loves us. God is perfect. God is trustworthy. We can always trust Him, and He will always love us and look after us. Shall we just have a little prayer? Dear God, we thank you that we have people who we can trust, people who are caring, people who are able, and people who are reliable. Help us to be like that, and help us to remember that you love us all the time. And finally, well, later on in the film, we find out that Dory still forgets things, but she does her best to be kind, and she does help Marlon. She can be trusted after all. So let us be like her and be a trusting friend. I hope to see you soon. Take care.